time no see. The last time I talked to you guys, I was in San Antonio. I was looking at my schedule for the next day to see what I would be like on the call-out list to work. I thought I was going to be pretty high. So what I decided to do was bid for a late airport standby. And I think I ended up getting the 5:30 p.m. because flights weren't looking too good to go out that night. So I just wanted to fly in the day of airport standby. And so I landed from San Antonio around noon, came back to my apartment because I didn't have any of my uniform stuff with me, grabbed my uniform, grabbed all my required items for work, and then went back to the airport and did my standby shift. So it was a lot of, it's been go, go, go if you guys have been watching the previous vlogs. I did not get called for airport standby. I kind of wanted to get called because I'm trying to get a lot of trips in the beginning of the month, because the more that you work in the beginning, the less likely you're to work at the end of the month. So I didn't get called. I got scheduled for another airport standby the next day at 7:30 p.m. We'll insert some clips now from that. I'm on standby right now, watching Grace and Frankie, using my Hot Logic Mini to heat up the egg whites from Starbucks. Their ovens were off because it was too late, so they just gave them to me in the packaging. So that's why I'm heating them up, because they were just cold. Just hanging out. I'm here till 11:45. I put self-care on my face, that's why I look like this. But the airport is empty, and I do not think I'm getting cold. So I'm just gonna chill out here for a bit. All right.
For your safety, please hold onto the handrail and attend to
It is 11:35. Guess what I'm about to go do, since I have only 10 minutes left to stand by. Just guess. Made it to 11:45. First thing I do is put on my comfy clothes, literally. I even have like comfy socks on. First thing, you know, I'm not about to sit in an Uber home in my uniform when I could be wearing this. So, done, going to bed, exhausted. I have standby again tomorrow, another late shift, so good night. But seriously, can we take a moment to realize that I am like the best dressed ever. So I didn't get called on that airport standby. So good thing, because I was on call for 1 or 2 more days, didn't get used, but I got hit with I don't know if it was a cold. I still kind of have it. I'm sure you guys can hear it in my voice. But I felt so sick. My temperature, I had a fever of 102. My throat was hurting, and I was just getting body aches and cold and hot flashes. And then it continued to be bad. I was only off for 1 day, and then the next day that I was on call, they had scheduled me a trip the night before, and I was still so sick, and I called in sick. I was like, I've never called in sick with this company. I really don't like calling in sick. It's so hard for me to call in sick. I've been feeling better, and now I'm back on call. I was good for 4 days today. Didn't get called at 6:16. I so thought I was getting called. I got ready. My bags are packed because I was so high up on the standby list to get called. But we are at number 3 to get called tomorrow for a 3-day trip. So we're working tomorrow. I feel better. I don't feel 100%. As you can tell, I'm still a little congested, but I think if I take enough medicine, I'll be fine. I am hoping that we get a good trip. Like I said, we're good for a 3-day trip, and I'm trying to work as much as I can because we're going on vacation in, what day's today? Like 10 days. So it'll be fun. So I have everything ready to go. My purse is ready. I have everything packed and ready to go. I will just take out my toiletries if I need to, or my makeup, I'm sorry, if I need to do it in the morning. I have my devices charging. My uniform is hung up. I am ready to go. The only thing that I haven't done is my lunch. I'm going to meet, sorry, it's lighting in my apartment. You guys know it's terrible. I'm going to meet some girlfriends right now. I'll just pack my lunch when I get back. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go if they call me. Yeah, I'm excited. So, should I show you guys an OOTD? I feel like I haven't done this in a minute. So, I'm just wearing some thigh-high boots, faux leather leggings. The Spanx ones are so good. This leopard print turtleneck, and then this jacket I actually got from Bon Mauer, like super discounted. I saw Casey Holmes wearing it in like a caramel color, or like it was like a burnt orange color. So when I saw it at Von Maur, I was like, okay, I need it because 30 degrees out. I think it's about to start snowing here in Philly. So I'm definitely 100% getting called tomorrow. I'm not even questioning it. So I will probably check with you guys when I get called bright and early tomorrow morning. Today, last time I talked to you, I thought I'd get called for a 3-day trip. I sat being number 2 all day and I didn't get called. And I was like, what on earth? How am I not getting called? So, I was like, today I was good for a 2-day trip and I was number 2 on the list. And I woke up at around 6:30 in the morning. I was on call starting at 2 a.m. Woke up at 6:30. I was like, how have I not gotten called yet? Like, I don't understand. I want to work. When does that ever happen? When do I ever want to work? Well, finally I got a notification at, what was it, like 7:38 that I got a 2-day trip, and it is so good. All I do is fly to Phoenix, and then I'm gonna deadhead back to Philly. It's so easy. So I have to report at the airport or sign in for my shift at the airport at 1:45. The flight takes off at 2:45. I am the lead flight attendant, which means I am the number 1 position, the A position up front, doing first class, and yeah, it's super easy. So I'm pumped. I don't know if I explained this to you guys well enough. That's why I jumped on here for why I want to work so bad right now. So with my company, the way it works is every time that you get assigned a trip and you're on reserve, I'm a reserve flight attendant, every time that I get assigned a trip, sorry, I'm just trying to curl my hair at the same time, we get something that are called clicks. And basically what that means is that the more clicks you have, the less likely you are to get called to work. So let me give you an example. This trip that I have is it's 2 days, so I'm getting 2 clicks for it. So you get a click for every single time that you are working a day. So like I said, the more clicks you have, the less like you are to work. And I don't want to be working that much at the end of the month. Because when I get back from vacation, I don't think the first thing I'm going to want to do is be like, oh, let me start working, please, you know. This video, I'm sure that you guys are like, Carrie, what was this video all about? And it's basically just kind of showing you guys like that you never really know as a reserve flight attendant. It's a little bit of a struggle. You guys saw, like, I set 2 airport reserves in a row, didn't get called. That was shocking to me. I definitely thought by now I'd have at least 6 clicks. I was trying to work, and I couldn't work no matter how hard I tried. Oh my gosh. It has been so hard for me to work. You guys saw me on airport standby not getting called. I have been trying to get called all month long so that this didn't happen to me. The last time we spoke, I went from Philly to Phoenix, and then I just deadheaded back from Phoenix to Philly. So easy. It's like I have some clicks. I should be good, I should be smooth the rest of the month. So, then my schedule is, for this week, I am on call for 2 days, and then I leave for vacation. And I was going to leave on the 15th in the afternoon, meet up with my mom in Miami, and then we would go from Miami to Puerto Plata, airport code POP. It's just easier for me to say Pop instead of Puerto Plata, so I'm probably just going to say Pop. Okay, I'm number 9 to be called for a 2-day trip. That's what it was the night before. Fast forward to the next morning at 7:30, I was number 1 to be called for a 2-day trip. By 7:30 in the morning, oh my goodness. I had so much to get done, guys. All my bags were packed for vacation, overpacked, so I still had to like weed some stuff out. My bags for work were not packed, okay? My nails started chipping. I had so many last minute silly things that I created in my head that I needed to do, because you know when you're like going on vacation, people just do that. I especially do this. I'm like, okay, I need to go find a new outfit, I need to go get new shoes, I need to get my nails done, I need to do all these ridiculous things. I need to dye my eyebrows, I gotta do this. So I also had this mental list in my head of everything I wanted to get done. And I'm like, I gotta get going. So I hop up, I start organizing my bag. I'm like, okay, if I get called, what am I gonna do? I need to bring my suitcase, my backpack for the trip, and then my work bag. So I have my work tote that has all my required items in it, my suitcase filled with like 100 swimsuits, and my backpack that has all of my other travel stuff for my trip. So my plan is, if I get called, I need to have everything ready so that when I land in Philadelphia, I can just head to wherever I need to go to get to Pop to meet up with my mom. They call me around noon, and I get almost everything done. I'm currently in the shower, and I'm like exfoliating to self-tan, and I get a call. I was like, no! I had 1 hour left, 2 hours left. So I answer the call, and it's a 2-day trip. So my trip was from Philadelphia to Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale to Charlotte, Charlotte to Norfolk, Virginia, which is where I'm at right now. We got in last night around midnight, mid-30, and I didn't go to bed until 2 a.m. because I had to edit a video. I had to do my schedule for next month, because these were all things I thought I would have the day to do, which is my fault, but I didn't get them done. So I got that done, and then now I'm having to figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to get to Pop, because my original plan for going on today isn't going to work, because today I am working a flight from Norfolk to Charlotte, Charlotte to Philly, and I don't get in until 8:20 at night. So I'm currently here. I have all this stuff with me. Like, I have so much crap with me. My bags are so heavy. I look like a crazy bag lady. And I was trying to see if I could make it on a flight tonight, and it's just not happening. So tomorrow I will be waking up bright and early and hopefully getting to pop by 2 at the latest. It's crazy. All these flights are so full, going to Miami, going to the Dominican, and a lot of flights are getting canceled to these destinations because, as I'm sure you guys watch the news, a lot of the 737 Maxes are, all of the 737 Maxes are not allowed to be flown. So a lot of our flights are getting canceled out of Miami because all those trips were supposed to be on this 7-3. I do want to say this because this discussion came up the other night when I was out with friends. Some of us flight attendants, some of us not. I know a lot of people's flights are getting canceled because of the aircraft not being allowed to fly. I get canceled flights are very frustrating, and it's really hard because all these airlines, you know, what are they going to do? They don't have all these just extra aircrafts laying around. Like, they all are planned out with schedules and where to go. It's frustrating. I totally get it. Like, it's happening to me as well. But you guys, we gotta be safe. Like, you gotta think, would you rather maybe have something happen? Like, obviously I'm not saying that something's always going to happen on a 737 Max. I don't really know that much about the aircraft. I'm not an engineer. I don't have any idea. But safety always comes first in this industry, and just like with how many things have been happening, it's better be safe than sorry. So I get it's frustrating, but also like understand I wouldn't fly a trip right now on the 737 Max. I don't think I would. A lot of my friends wouldn't. I'm sorry that trips are getting canceled, but better be safe than sorry. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, so now what am I going to do since I get to only go to Porto tomorrow? I was thinking I would sleep at the airport again and fly out tomorrow morning. But I get in at 8. And my flight doesn't take off till 5:30. So I think I'm going to go back to my apartment and then fly back or drive back in the morning. Take an Uber. I don't drive, you know. And just do that. So I've been lugging around all this crap for 0 reason. But yeah, this has been a pretty good trip. I have been the number 2 in the back galley. I'll film a little bit when I get on the plane. I love being galley. You know, what I mean by that is I set up the carts in the back during boarding. I kind of like get to do my own thing back there, set everything up, and then I work the cart with another flight attendant. And today we are on the Airbus 319 and 320, or we're just on the 320. Yesterday we were on the 319 and 320. That being said, finally got to work me when I didn't want to work, when I was ready to be done working. But now we're less likely to get called at the end of the month when we are back from our trips. I'm going to wrap up here. It is around 12:47. I have to be downstairs at 1:30. I will check with you guys when I get to my aircraft. So flight attendants coming off said it was really bumpy. So we might not do a service because it's a really short flight. But I thought I would show you guys a little bit how I'm going to set up my galley. By the way, I've been loving this drink. 2 shots of espresso over ice with this. This is a lot of espresso though. I don't know what's going on. is perfection.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really